Hey. Hey, I'm, of course, you know, it's Mary on my page. And I, just been walking around Belle Isle. It's beautiful. And I just reflecting. I'm walking around the island. And of course, they shut it down at 10, so... But it doesn't seem like it is quite crowded out here, actually. Beautiful day. Hey, everyone. Hey, Kiki. Hey, Lele. And Joyce. But anyway, I guess what I wanted to say is, you know, I'm big on personal development now. And it's amazing because as I picked up a book from this bookstore the other day, and it was entitled Self-Esteem. It's like a self-esteem workbook. And I never thought about, and I think anybody that know me know, that I don't suffer from low self-esteem. Well, at least I thought I didn't. And so when I picked up this workbook, it was kind of funny or comical to me because all the things they're telling you to grade yourself, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think this? On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think that? And I'm like, of course I graded myself a 10 on all of them. Like, hey, you know, I don't suffer from this. I don't suffer from that. But I guess it depends on who you asking and what do you think about yourself, you know. But I wanted to do this live video because I know, anyway, I just want to show y'all the view. No, I'm walking around Belle Isle. My city is beautiful. But anyway, I'm walking around the island and just, like I said, just taking a walk. But I wanted to share some things that it had in this book because although I graded myself a 10 in some of these things, or all of them actually, I realized that maybe I'm kind of like lying to myself indirectly, not really meaning to, because I really thought that these issues weren't mine. They belonged to someone else. But anyway, let me tell you about the things that was in this book, though, because it's kind of funny. And I want to, it's dark out here, so I don't know why I'm doing it so late. But it was, you know, basically talking about self-esteem and how do you grade yourself on each level. And on one of them it says, am I a worthwhile person? Of course I put 10 because I feel like I'm worthwhile. Am I a valuable person as anyone else? And you know what? And it said, am I as a valuable person as anyone else? Do I think that I'm just as equal to anybody out there? And I always tell people, of course I am. I am, because I feel like there's no one out there better than me. But then I don't think that I'm better than anyone. So, in saying that, yes, I think that I'm just as valuable as anyone else out there. So, of course. And then it says, I have the qualities I need to live well. I feel like I do have the qualities that I need to live well. When I look into my eyes in the mirror, I have a pleasant feeling. When I look in the mirror, I do have a pleasant feeling. I love me. I love Mary Chatmon. So if I'm not going to love me, who else will? That's the way I see it. So of course, I love me. I don't feel like an overall failure. Nope. I don't feel like a failure. I don't feel like a failure. I can laugh at myself. I can laugh at myself. I can. I'm happy to be me. I am happy to be me. So I put 10 on all these, right? I mean, I guess there's always room somewhere else, but okay, it's a 10. I like myself even when others reject me. I put a 10, but I think I kind of lied on that one a little bit. When I went to read and I was like, you know, sometimes I'm my own worst critic. So when others reject me or whatever, do I like myself? No, because I'm a people pleaser, or I used to be. Not claiming that no more. I used to think that I need to please everyone in my space, you know, and when they're happy, I'm happy. But I realize I can't be happy making everybody else happy. So even when it goes against something that I really want to do or whatever. So I lied on that one. It says, I love and support myself regardless of what happens. That's another one, right? It goes hand in hand with the other one. I'm generally satisfied with the way I am developing as a person. I put 10, but then I thought about it. It's some work that I always can do because I'm always working to be the best possible me. So I had to think about that one. And I kind of fudged on that one a little bit, but I'm back. I'm back. Who's perfect, right? And it says, I respect myself. I definitely respect myself. That's a 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I respect myself. And I'd rather be me than someone else. I'd rather be me than someone else. Yes. Yes, I would rather be me than someone else. You know, that's about being self-love. You know, and I have it. I love me. I love being me. I don't want to be anybody else but me. You know, so it's one of those things, like I said, I was reading a book and I kind of wonder why I even picked it up. Because I love me, but then I had to think about it. You know, when you're that people pleaser, and when you have those negative things in your life or those negative people in your life, you sometimes believe what they say about you, you know, and I'm not going to even believe what they say about you. Sometimes you personalize it, you internalize it, even when you shouldn't, you know. As someone always say, nothing have meaning except the meaning that you give it, you know, and that's what I had to learn, you know. So when I start taking what someone was saying personal, you know, because that's only one person's opinion about you. That don't make it everybody's opinion about you. That's one person's opinion about you, you know. And if you take that person's opinion and believe that about yourself, then your self-esteem will go down, you know. And I think that's one of the things that I had to get away from, because I valued this person's opinion of me. And so when I wasn't, or what I perceived as being that person that person thought that I should be, or and not even that person that thought I should be. It's about me. Like I said, I internalized a lot of things, and it's not them. It's just, it was me taking it more personal than maybe I should have, you know. And I don't know if everyone is like this or anyone else is like this, but when you internalize things and you take it personal, you tend to become that person, you know. It's kind of weird, because I'm like, okay, well, do I do it like this? Or, you know, that people pleaser mentality. Oh, can I do it better? You know, what if I do it this way? You know, I never questioned myself. I never doubted myself. And then I start questioning and doubting myself. You know, if I made a decision, I just did it, you know. But then I wanted to know, because I was going into something that I wasn't familiar with. I wasn't comfortable with where I was journeying. I was eager to please, you know. I was eager to, you know, I just wanted that validation, if that's what I'm saying, you know. And why? You know, I was telling somebody I'm uniquely Mary, you know. There's only one Mary Chatmon, and I believe that. Just like it's only one Kiki LeMay, there's only one Romel, there's only one Lawrence, you know. I am uniquely me. I don't want to be anybody else. I can't be anybody else. And I'm glad God gave me this body, this, you know, me, because I love being me. And when I start compromising or letting go of me, I became somebody I didn't even know, you know. And that's me. That's on me. You know, if you love yourself that much, you don't live to please anyone. You're living to please yourself. You know, I realized in my journey that the people that I value didn't value me the same way. The people that I brought close to me and called them friends, they didn't. The friendship was different. And like I was telling my friend, because I am that person that, you know, one of the things about me, I'm Little Miss Loyal. I'm not ride or die, you know, but I realized just because I'm like that, that don't mean everybody else should be like that as well. You know, because I think a certain way, that don't mean everybody else should think that way either. Because I'm that type of person that I give you my last, that don't mean people will give you their last. If I have 5, you have and you need it, you got 4. Shoot, you got 5, because I don't need it, you know. So that's the way that I am. But I realize everyone is not like me. And that's okay. So I have to take them where they're at, meet them where they're at, and be okay with that. And I just feel like in life, you know, me as a woman, you know, have to do a little bit more, battle a little bit harder, you know, work a little bit harder, you know. And now that I'm starting my own business, you know, it's a different world than where I come from. I'm used to working for someone, you know, and of course you could be a leader in your field because you're good at what you do. But being an entrepreneur is a different world. You know, it's just different. You know, you got to think outside the box. And that's a box that I'm not used to. Basically used to people saying, oh, okay, well, make sure this is done. And not saying that I'm used to people telling me to make sure it's done. It's already done, because I'm a leader like that. Because that's why I always get promoted and awards and certificates, because I know my job and I know my worth in that aspect. But being an entrepreneur is different, you know. And that's why I think I started reading all these personal development books, because as my friend was telling me, you know, when you're doing things on your own and you're journeying somewhere else, you have to think differently. You have to be different. You have to, you know, your hustle and your grind got to be strong. Which my hustle and my grind, please. Hustle, grind? What's that? That's what I used to always wonder. What's that? You know, hustle, you got to be a salesman. You got to sell yourself. You got to make calls. You got to, you know, like with anything, you know. And I hadn't gotten that far. It's like one of those, I feel like I was a slow starter. You know, like I'm venturing into something. Why am I not? And I'm not going to say I'm not doing the things that I should be doing, but my hustle was not as strong. But my goal is to quit my job. So I have to do that hustle. I have to do that grind. I have to do the things that I normally don't do. I got to just do it, you know. And I've been doing it, and I've been seeing some results, you know. I'm a slow A. When you're used to working for someone, I've been on my own since I was 17. So, but went to the military, out the military, came home, been home for the last, since 2000, so 17 years, working for somebody else, doing what they wanted me to do. Of course, I excel because of my work ethics, you know, which I know is amazing. But in saying that, to work for someone that hard and not excelling in what I feel like I should be excelling at because it's mine, you know, that's kind of a self-esteem kick. You know, it's like one of those when you're used to being good at what you do, and all of a sudden you're facing challenges, you know, that you're not used to. It becomes a kick to your self-esteem. It just makes you like, dang, what am I doing wrong? You know, Hey, Gerald. Hey. You got to call me. I forgot. We need to talk. Love you too. But, yeah, it just becomes one of those things that it's like defeating sometimes. But because I'm not a quitter, I know I'm excel at it, you know, and I can't let anybody throw me off my square, you know. And I feel like sometimes I do that negative, and it's not even somebody, it's me and that negative self-talk, you know. Why can't you do this? Because like I said, I'm good at doing whatever I do. So I kick my own self in the butt. I don't need nobody to kick me in the butt because I do it to myself, you know. But I know that, like with anything, whatever you do, whatever you put in, you're going to get out of it, you know, whatever you put in. So, hey, that means grinding harder, grinding harder, which I'm willing to do, you know, working a little bit harder, which I do. I have an office downtown in a GM building, and let me tell you, the last month I may have been there twice. So here it is. I'm paying for an office downtown, and I don't even use it. So crazy, right? Crazy. I have an office downtown that I don't even use. Who does that but me? You know? So I told myself, I made a goal. I wrote down my time management and all that other stuff. And my goal is to go in there at least 5 days a week. You know, leave my day job, go to my own office, and grind harder, because my goal is to quit my job, you know. Shut up, Drew. I'm watching, but my goal is to quit my job. So I'm gonna go into my office more. I'm gonna do what it takes. Not saying I don't do what it takes, but I'm gonna work a little bit harder. I'm gonna 10 times it, because, you know, my actions is gonna determine the outcome. My work ethic is gonna determine what I get out of it, you know. But I just wanted to reach out because I was, like I said, I had picked up this book on self-esteem. Because I'm like, am I suffering from low self-esteem? Since when I started doing that, you know? And it was kind of funny because mostly everything in that book it may talk to some, but it wasn't talking to me. And I know that sometimes we could suffer from low self-esteem. I was telling somebody, you know, here it is, on my weight loss journey, here it is, I was in the military, so of course in the Marine Corps, shoot, you had to stay within a certain weight standard because that was the standard. Well, guess what? I've gained 80 pounds since I've been out the Marine Corps. 80 pounds. So I've lost 40 of those. And I'm working on losing the last 40. But in saying that, you know, my self-esteem kind of went down for a second. But then I realized, hey, I could be big and fabulous. So why, hey, Detroit, we're a fat city, so it don't matter. It don't matter. So, but is it healthy? Probably not. But I'm just saying. But I let it get to me a little bit. Like, where did you get all this weight from? You know, this is not you. You know. So of course I become a little bit self-conscious when I go on to, you know, meet my military friends that I hadn't seen in a while. And I'm like, dang, you know. So that did become a factor. But I guess I still could be fat and fabulous, so I stopped putting so much weight on it, even though I'm on my weight loss journey, and I've lost 40 pounds, and looking to lose 40 more. You know, probably won't get back as small as I was, but that's okay. You know, it's just a journey there. It's just journeying there. And I just, like I said, I just wanted to reach out. You know, I know some people go through some things, and I just wanted you all to know, you know, especially women out there, that it is what you make it, you know. Self-worth, self-esteem, self-love, you know, it's everything. It's everything. Because guess what? Can't nobody love you if you don't love yourself. You know, do you love the person that's looking in the mirror? You know, do you love the person that you look at in the mirror? You know, don't let anyone take that from you. You know, don't let anyone, you know, you know, got to be confident. Self-confidence. Oh, wow. You know, I used to always tell my girl, I was like, you're one of the most confident women I ever met. And she always say, you're the same, you know. So I know sometimes people put a lot of value on what people think about them, you know, and I realized I started doing that. You know, I started doing that. And I was like, when have you cared what people thought about you? You know, when have you cared about not being married? You know, everybody's not going to love you. I know that for a fact. You know, everybody is going to, not everybody, but some people going to like you, dislike you no matter what you do. So, hey, why not be busy loving you? And that's the way I see it. You know, you can do everything right, but the one thing you do wrong, or they perceive as wrong, you're the worst person. But why should you care? You know, so I had to get out that people-pleasing mentality. I had to get away from caring what people thought about me. You know, I think my mom put that on me because she cared. She was one of those ones that used to stress it too. Well, you know, you didn't do that right. Well, you know, that's not right. Well, you know, you're going to have them call me and complain, you know. Well, why did you have to say that? Well, why did you do that? You know, so she used to put that on me, that pressure of always being correct, politically correct in every situation, you know. And because she saw it one way, she tried to make me see it the same way. And I fed into it, you know, trying to not rock any boats, trying to say everything the right way, even when I felt something different, you know, just trying to do the right thing. But I realized that what's right for some people is not right for everybody. You know, what you think is wrong, that's on you. It doesn't make it wrong. You know, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to it. And that's one thing that I had to come to grips with, you know, and I love being me, uniquely me. There's only one Mary Chatmon, just like there's only one Drew Hall, whom I love, you know. So I don't know. I just wanted to reach out. I had to take a stroll because it's part of that 40 pounds I'm trying to lose. But anyway, I'm about to get off this island. Look at Bella. It's so quiet out here. Not many people. I'm not used to being out here with no loud cars, lots of traffic. You know, it's just quiet. I think I'm going to have to start coming here more often. But anyway, hey Margie. But anyway, I got to go. Anyway, I love me some me. And you know what? Hey, it's all about loving yourself. Y'all have a good evening. And goodbye. Bye, everyone. Bye. Good night.